Hey everyone, and welcome to the next map that I'm going to play, which is Tatooine Desert Battlefield. Now this is a map made by Savage, and I believe his very first map. You can see here that each side starts with 3 spawn points, and then there's that infamous extra spawn point in the middle to give whoever's or whatever teams holds it a little bit of an edge. Now, as the title of course suggests, it is pretty self-explanatory that this is a battlefield in the desert. But what makes it a bit more unique is the usage of the trenches as seen in Hoth, but now with sand textures over them, which fit very, very well. And of course also the implementation of a lot of these wooden hedgehogs across the battlefield, making it maybe for some reminiscence of D-Day, but to me it really resonates with the feel I got from one of the Africa maps from Battlefield 1942, an absolute classic. Now this map is only playable with the Clone Wars era, and again is very straight to the point, does what it wants to do. Now as you can see, a lot of the AI actually do get stuck in the trenches. However, not everything is lost yet. You can actually see that also with the clones. There is one problem here, and that is that our clones are not firing. The droids, and look at this as we get closer, the droids are also getting stuck, but they will still fire from their position. See, that's sort of like the good thing about, I guess, these trenches being not all the way covering. As we get there, there's fire coming from that location. Look, they're firing this way, meaning that even though they are stuck, they can still be dangerous, and they're replicating trench warfare. Now, unfortunately, that is not the case with the clones. See that the clones are not really firing out. Well, they are a little bit. Maybe if the trenches were a little bit elevated, well, actually, then they had to shoot down. That's also a problem. But basically, if the trenches are put in a point where, even though they're stuck, they still have a good overview, then it wouldn't matter really much to have them stuck in the trenches. I guess sharpshooters would also be super useful here. You could just stay here. Exactly. See, now the lower half of my body is protected. You can just take out droids from over here. It's a very cool concept. Again, very good uses of symmetry as well. You see, we have multiple LAATs there. They have multiple dropships of their own. Ooh. And we even have a clone commander, boy! Let's test this out. Let's destroy some clankers. Now this is also a battle that mostly will revolve around that center spawn point. Mostly because all of these spawn points at the sides are so close together that... we'll see if my theory is correct, that capturing them and holding them will be super difficult because the enemy will be able to reinforce very, very quickly. Even with these hero units, I'm getting absolutely punished.
The force is strong with me.
Not really, Anakin. Not really. Oh, jeez! I keep walking out of the range of the thing. So because of that, again, it is mostly a battle that will focus on this middle part, which is fine. There's actually a lot of games, like for example, Enemy Territory. Enemy Territory focuses really on that gaming principle. Just having one objective zone where all of the units will head towards, so you have the most action in one central point. Oh yeah, see this, so these clones are useless because their they are obscured by this. So ideally, there would not be a trench, for example, behind this, so that the clones, if they get stuck, are here and can still fire. See, these clones are firing. Look at this. Look at this trench warfare. Look at these boys. Love it. But those guys there, they're not very useful. I think it's a very cool map. I think it definitely still can be updated. I think he said it's like a beta still, or like a first sort of like release. Look how many there are there. Oh wait, are we capturing this? Must be a regular. Oh, Anakin. Yeah, that's also a problem. So because so many get stuck, the battlefield now feels kind of like desolate. And it's the same reason why we're able to capture this point now. It's not because like they suddenly retreated, but so many of the droids are stuck in the spawn point up north. Oh look, they captured the central one though. That is interesting.
That was exhilarating.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see here. So these droids are actually behind the barricade because there's no trench so near it. So that is definitely something that I would adjust, is the trench over here. Well, they're about to capture that. Oh, Dooku! Snipey. Snipey, snipey. Ha! He felt a little bit overzealous. I actually am very happy that a lot of maps are still released this year. It just makes me happy that such an old game still gets so much support. And it also gives me hope that there will be a lot of content that I have never played and still get to experience for the very first time. I think we're already close to like 40-something videos on this channel. And there's so many more maps that need to be played.
That was exhilarating.
I do love the whole premise of trench warfare. I did, of course, recently also the Hoth trench map. And it just made me realize that not a whole lot of maps really focus on trench warfare. It might be actually difficult to do that, but since the assets are vanilla ones, you know, the trenches used in the Hoth battle, I should be able to deal with those. How will we spawn here? I'm very tempted like to throw a grenade in there, just have them all spawn in an area where they become a little bit more useful.
Roger that.
Ugh. If you had like a rocket, then you would shoot it at like a troop of droids. the damage. Or like if you were on the opposite side, shoot a rocket in the trench with so many clones. There's actually no super battle droids here as well, huh? I had like 3 or 4 maps that I played one after another that did not have super battle droids in them. As you can also see by the score, it is actually quite well balanced, even though most of the time we had the most spawn points.
That was exhilarating.
The difference in our score is not that high.
You're losing reinforcements. Keep it up. The Republic is in control of a command post. Hostile reinforcements are being depleted.
Here we go. Two more. If you want to check out this map, you can find the link to download it in the description down below. Don't forget to let me know any recommendations or requests that you have for other maps or mods that you want to see on this channel. And with that, I will see you guys next time.